The Mystery of the Missing Corn. Cloverleaf Farm was a peaceful and bustling place where animals and tractors worked hand in hand to keep everything running smoothly. Every day brought new adventures, but none as curious as the one that began with the disappearing corn. One sunny morning, Farmer Joe walked into the barn looking flustered. His usual cheery whistle was replaced with a worried tone. "Big Blue, Rusty, Zoom, we've got trouble," he said, brushing off his straw hat. "Someone's been sneaking into the cornfield at night and eating all the corn. If this keeps up, we won't have enough for the market." The tractors revved their engines in unison. Big Blue, the strong and dependable leader, spoke up. "Don't worry, Farmer Joe. We'll get to the bottom of this." Zoom, the smallest and fastest tractor, bounced on his tires. "This sounds like a job for me. I'll zip around the field so fast no one will even see me coming." Rusty, the wise old tractor with a knack for solving problems, chuckled. "Hold on there, Zoom. This requires more than speed. We'll need a plan." Maggie the Cow, who had been eavesdropping from her stall, stepped forward. "I'll help too. My nose is good at sniffing out trouble." "Count me in," clucked Cluckers the Sassy Chicken, flapping her wings. "Nobody messes with our corn and gets away with it." "Oink, me too," squealed Oinkie the Mischievous Piglet. "This sounds like fun." With their team assembled, the group spent the day preparing for a stakeout. Big Blue and Rusty set up a few hay bales for hiding, while Zoom scouted the best paths for a quick chase. Maggie, Cluckers, and Oinkie practiced their lookout positions. As night fell, the farm grew quiet. The stars twinkled above, and the moon cast a soft glow over the cornfield. The group took their places, eyes and headlights focused on the golden stalks swaying gently in the breeze. Hours passed, and just when Zoom began to doze off, a faint rustling sound broke the silence. Maggie's ears perked up. "Over there," she whispered, pointing her nose toward the edge of the field. Big Blue turned his headlights on low, illuminating a shadow moving through the corn. "Let's move in quietly," Rusty advised. The team crept closer, their hearts racing with anticipation. Suddenly, Zoom zipped ahead, unable to contain his excitement. "Gotcha!" he shouted, bursting through the stalks. Out stepped the culprits, a family of raccoons, their tiny paws clutching ears of corn. They froze in place, their wide eyes staring at the unexpected crowd. The smallest raccoon dropped his corn and let out a frightened squeak. Maggie tilted her head. "Oh, they're just hungry little things. Look at them." Rusty nodded. "I don't think they meant any harm. They probably didn't realize how much corn they were taking." Big Blue rumbled thoughtfully. "Farmer Joe won't be happy if this keeps up, though. We need a solution." Cluckers flapped her wings. "Why not give them their own patch of corn? That way they'll leave the rest alone." Everyone agreed it was a good idea. The next morning they explained everything to Farmer Joe. Though initially surprised, he warmed to the idea and set aside a small corner of the field for the raccoons. The tractors worked together to plant the patch, with Zoom racing to deliver seeds, Big Blue digging rows, and Rusty carefully covering the seeds with soil. The animals helped too, with Maggie and Cluckers keeping an eye on the raccoon family, ensuring they stayed out of the main field. In no time, the new patch began to grow, and the raccoons happily stayed in their corner. To everyone's delight, they even started helping out by eating pests that had been bothering the crops. From then on, the farm's corn was safe, and the raccoons became unlikely but welcomed members of the Cloverleaf Farm family. As they gathered around the barn that evening, Rusty smiled. Sometimes the best solutions come from understanding, not just solving. The animals and tractors cheered, their bond stronger than ever, after another wild adventure on Cloverleaf Farm.